episode of Hallmark Happenings. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm your host, Betsy, and today is exciting because I am joined by the two co-hosts of One Kiss Means Forever podcast, Hannah and Katie. Be sure to give them a follow, subscribe to One Kiss Means Forever podcast. I'll put the links to all of their socials and information in the show notes. Wait, do you smell that? It's a bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, a hint of coffee? What could it be? It's a pumpkin spice latte. You know what time of year it is. It is literally pumpkin spice latte season. It's officially fall. We're now leaving the hot summer days and entering the autumn season. So everyone, grab your pumpkin spice latte. If that's not for you, get some hot apple cider, sit by the fireplace, and prepare for the preview episode of the Fall Harvest movie lineup for Hallmark Channel. Everyone, give a very warm welcome to Hannah and Katie from One Kiss Means Forever podcast.
Hi, we are One Kiss Means Forever. I'm Katie.
I'm Hannah.
And our podcast, from the last time we were on this wonderful show, we explained that our podcast is One Kiss Means Forever. You can find us on at number 1 kiss means number 4 ever on social media and things like that. And we like to talk about what is wonderful and beautiful and the things we love about Hallmark. And then also the things that are just a little bit off kilter that we like to snark about and make fun of slightly, but we still love it.
Yes. You know, the things that every once in a while, I'll truly dislike something, but I feel like that's true for anything you do, right?
Sure.
Most of it is I'm allowed to be mean about it because I love it so much.
You're just passionate about it. There's 6 movies on the movies and mysteries, but I guess for the sake of being concise, we'll just deal with the Hallmark Channel premieres. I mean, we've got Roadhouse Romance, which I'm sure you two are both thrilled for. Hannah, would you like to read the description for this?
Sure. So this is country music fan Callie is determined to continue her late grandfather's legacy. While TV director Luke is in town, he teaches her that sometimes it's best to look forward instead of back. It stars Lauren Elena. I don't know my country music. I'm so sorry, everyone. I know she's a country star, and my one true love, Tyler Hines. And Katie's really, really one true love.
Yes.
You're like, well, you take a journey to my heart, Tyler.
You sure do. I'll have a Roadhouse Romance anytime.
Well, I mean, it was so funny. I saw that Lauren Elena was in this, and I'm like, she's a lot younger than Tyler. She's 27, I think.
I guess that's probably close to 10 years. You're right. He's what, 36 or something like that?
I don't know. Somebody ask Alexa real fast.
It's in the other room. Sorry.
Love knows no age, apparently.
So true.
It is
so true.
And fun fact, she was on Dancing with the Stars a few years ago. So you should all go watch her finale performance. That's my show. I love Dancing with the Stars. And I saw the picture. I'm sure you saw the promo picture where they're dancing. And so maybe they'll do some ballroom dancing in this.
Oh, I think you might be right. One of those pictures sort of looked like they might be dancing online or somewhere. Maybe that's what he's teaching her, that it's best to look forward while you dance.
Yeah. And I mean, Roadhouse kind of evokes line dancing type thoughts. So
that's
maybe
true.
There's something there too.
I'm sorry. My dog just barks. Can you give me 1 second?
Take your time.
Oh, puppies. Oh, yay. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't mention an animal and not show us.
He's a ham. Sorry for the interruption, but I guess it was a positive one. So let's see. Do you have any expectations or any thoughts of things you want to see from this?
I am cautiously optimistic about this one. Sometimes I'm underwhelmed by the country music themed movies, but I'm excited to have somebody else try out being a lead and what happens. And I mean, Tyler Hines, you can't really go terrible. I think Katie and I have talked about this on our show where we've decided that Tyler Hines just elevates a script.
It's very true. Like he just really brings a lot to a script, no matter what. I have two things to sort of say, I guess, about my expectations of this movie. Is I'm kind of, Tyler, you have to stop being like the teacher. Like, I'm just kind of tired of Tyler Hynes being like the teacher. Like, I'm going to show the woman what she needs to know. Like, that's just been his last several roles. I'm a little over it. I was like, where's your adventure, sir? Like, why can't we go through this together? And I completely forgot about my second point. So that'll be a mystery. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket for next time. Oh, no, I remember now. Sorry. I feel like looking through the rest of the lineup, besides like a couple other people, he's the only like Hallmark leading man that's coming back, really. Like, I think everyone else is new. Speaking of new leads, I can't really like think about, like, I'm looking at all these names and not as many people have been in a lot of Hallmark. He's like our standard guy, right? I could be wrong.
I mean, I've seen, I think, all of them somewhere else, but I think you're right. They're not really Hallmark stars.
Right. Like, we don't have a Paul Campbell on this, and we don't have like Brandon Penny or an Andrew Walker or some, but like I feel like Tyler's like our mainstay guy in Fall Harvest right now. So I'm excited because Fall Harvest is the best.
That's interesting. I mean, I know some people will differ with this thought, but I like new faces, and then they'll probably bring them back for more, hopefully, just so we get some variety, because of course we love the original Hallmark stars, but it is nice to see different people. And I completely agree with you. I love Tyler Hynes, the way he acts. He's his kind of like nonchalant coolness, but I would like to see him challenged in something that's very different and not the same, like, oh, Tyler Hynes, Mr. Cool, something different. So maybe he'll do this. If not, maybe we'll get a Christmas movie and he's different. I agree, though.
Yeah, maybe he'll be the neurotic type A person for once. I'd like to see that.
Or a dentist, like they could switch, they could kind of like role reverse with It Was Always You, and he could be the dentist, but like not like an uptight dentist, like you're saying, something different, not a cool dentist, an uptight dentist.
Yeah. Nerd him up. I'm ready for it.
Oh, and he could,
glasses.
Yes. Oh, he would look great in glasses. And I saw a picture online or something. His hair was like blonde, so they could dye him blonde, put glasses on him. He would be unrecognizable.
This podcast is about to get too steamy. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, yes to all of it, please.
Okay, well, you just got to put it out there. Someone will listen and they'll be like, "Ooh, ideas. Thank you." Well, we have obviously covered Roadhouse Romance. We're looking forward to this one. Great way to kick it off. I hope we see some pumpkins. If not, Tyler Hynes will fill any void there is. We have next Raise a Glass to Love. That's on September 18th. Laura Osnes and Juan Pablo de Paqui. I think I said that right. I know he was in Fuller House. So this one, I saw pictures about a month or so ago, and it's all vineyard themed. So I'll just read the quick synopsis. A sommelier. I'm not going to say that word. Did I say that right?
Sommelier.
You know what, Katie? Do you want to take this one?
No, you were doing fine.
Can I omit that word? Well, Jenna, played by Laura, returns to her family vineyard to study and is intrigued by the natural methods of the handsome new Argentinian, did I say that right? Argentinian winemaker, Marcelo, played by Juan. There's that word again, master something or other that you just said. Jennifer, whoa, so many words in this one. You know what? It's about vineyards and it looks nice. I will say the vineyard thing is being done a lot. And I don't mind it. That's beautiful. But maybe switch it up. You know, I think the wine thing's, gosh, how many movies have we had now? Like 8, maybe? 8 wine movies?
Yeah. I'm going to hardcore agree with you, Betsy. I feel like just this sentence right now is like one of those, writing exercises where you just cut up sentences and you put them together. Like that's all of the other winemaking movies put together, and then they changed him to be Argentinian. Like we have like Paris Wine and Romance. Chateau Moreau wasn't really a Hallmark movie, but it's been on Hallmark movies now. Like any of the vineyard movies, like all of this has the exact same plot. Family Vineyard, This Is the Way We Do Things. What's the one that you and I just covered with Lacey Chabert? FML. What is happening? What's the name of that movie?
Brains are hard.
I know. Oh, My Secret Valentine.
Thank you.
Yeah. My Secret Valentine. Same thing. Family Vineyard. There's new ways of doing things, new people kind of coming in, blah, 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 blah. I love wine, but I feel like unless you're going to tell me something different, I don't need this story again. I liked it better when they did it with olives recently. Like that one was actually pretty cute. Same kind of concept, but it was an olive orchard or olive grove rather. Same kind of concept, but I'm over wine. Maybe give me a cidery or an apiary or something. Something different.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. But we'll just see. Maybe this will be better than expected. Moving on to Taking the Reins, I do believe this one is directed by Claire Niederpruem. You can double check me on that. She is becoming like the go-to director for amazing Hallmark Channel movies.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have that info in front of me.
Okay, you know what? I'm looking this up. 1 second. She directed Her Pen Pal and As Luck Would Have It, and I think she directed this one. I'm like almost certain of it. And it has Nikki DeLoach, obviously. She's a big one. Taking the Reins. Okay, let's see what Google tells us. Oh, she did direct it. Well, there you go. It is Claire Niederpruem. She is amazing. I mean, I'm sure you all hopefully enjoyed Her Pen Pal. I thought it was great. Different story.
Loved it.
So hopefully this one will be amazing. I will go back to my other page on Google with this description momentarily. I will tell it to you. Okay, so a writer played by Nikki goes back to the family ranch to write an article about her passion for horses and discovers what ended her marriage and why she stopped riding horses. So thoughts?
I have to say, this is the one where, based on just this small little snippet of what it's about and the cast, I am most excited about for Fall Harvest. Because we also gotta love Nikki DeLoach, and it's Scott Porter, and I'm very, very excited about that. Because I kind of maybe loved Heart of Dixie, like a lot.
Oh yes, that show was so good. It was so cute and sweet. Bluebell, Alabama.
So it's George and Nikki DeLoach, and I'm excited. And horses.
I'm sure this one is going to be great for all of the reasons why you have discussed. Director, we loved Her Pen Pal a lot. Nikki DeLoach can do no wrong, in my opinion. I didn't watch Heart of Dixie, so I don't know. However, upon first read of this description, it almost sounded like she discovers what ended her marriage and why she stopped riding horses. And I was like, does she have amnesia? Did her husband die while riding a horse? Is that what ended her marriage? Just the way the sentence is constructed. I know that that's not what it's really about. But I was like, wait, this sounds really macabre. I'm sure it's beautiful.
I will also say that Nikki DeLoach put some photos of her costume on Instagram recently. And I'm what can I say? I'm a sucker for those prim and proper riding pants and with the blazers, and you look all cute, and I love them.
Yeah, you can't help but look like affluent when you wear something like that, to which I want to say, where is my family ranch? I wish I had something like that.
Wouldn't that be nice? Speaking of horse riding, did you know that Bruce Springsteen's daughter won in the equestrian competition? She got her USA got the silver, and she was I was like, how cool is that?
But again, equestrian is one of those sports where it's you need to have the money to start.
That's true.
So
well It's for those rich folks.
Yeah, it's for rich folks. It's
Or
fine.
rich folks that want to sponsor me. I'll take that too.
Sponsor your horse riding lessons. Well,
Yes, or my fencing lessons. Who knows?
Ooh, yeah, that's another one they wear fancy pants in, I think. Fancy pants. Say that 5 times fast.
Fancy pants, fancy pants. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I do agree though. I like Nikki DeLoach, and of course, I mean, I'm so glad I forgot. I looked and I saw this the other day. I was like, oh, it is George. Then I forgot, and it's been years since I watched this, and I didn't finish it. I'm blanking out. Who is the guy that? Oh my gosh! See, I haven't watched it in years. Who's the other guy that she likes so much that always gives her a hard time? What's his name?
His real name or his
character
name? I should totally.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, it's like it's right there, but it's not Wayne or Wyatt.
Wayne, is it not Wayne?
I don't think it's Wayne.
Oh, man, okay,
but it's in that vein of name.
Okay, we'll look this up in a minute. But also really quickly before we go on a deep dive of Heart of Dixie, at the Broadway Connection, Laura Bell Bundy was so great in that. And I mean, oh my gosh, that is a really good show. If people listening haven't seen Heart of Dixie, I think it's still on Netflix.
I believe so. And it is a really fun, it's only like 4 seasons. It's pretty short. So you can kind of like get through it pretty quickly. And
you might get a southern accent after watching it.
All right, I'll watch. You sold me.
You sounded like Matthew McConaughey for a second.
All right.
Okay, I guess Hannah, do you want to talk about which one are we on? Love Strikes Twice.
Sure. So, workaholic lawyer Maggie is having marriage issues, and she wishes for a do-over and awakens 15 years in the past. Will Maggie choose college boyfriend Rick, or will she stay with husband Josh? And it stars Katie Finley and Wyatt Nash. I think my biggest issue with this movie is the title. I don't like the title. I'm intrigued about the movie itself. I feel like they can go in a good direction with it. It's just too similar to that merry-go-round Christmas movie from last year.
Christmas Comes Twice.
Yeah, that one.
That does sound similar, doesn't it? Oh, I would like them to mix it up and not go with the expected path, and that she picks the one. She doesn't pick her husband. She picks someone else, like the other option. I just wish they'd change that up. That would be kind of nice. Unexpected.
That would be unexpected. I'm not sure that she was in the bold type, but did anybody watch Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist?
I'm aware of it.
Because she was she played Rose on that. That's another great show. And
I've been told to watch it by many people, and I still haven't done it.
Yeah, it's really fun. I like these musical shows. And then we have Wyatt Nash, who was in, did anybody see that Hallmark movie where they book the same rental house and one has a cat and one has a dog?
Yes.
And they have to share it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him.
Oh,
okay.
I guess I just didn't scroll down enough when I was looking up these people. When I made this statement, we haven't had a lot of these all seem like new faces. I scrolled down a lot. I was like, okay, I don't see any Hallmark, but I didn't scroll down far enough.
Well, here's the thing is for somebody like Wyatt Nash, yes, he's been in a Hallmark movie, but it's like the one Hallmark movie. It's not, Tyler Hines or Nikki DeLoach level of
right.
One a season. So you get to be forgiven for forgetting that they were in a movie 4 years ago.
Thank you for forgiving me, Hannah. I will accept it.
Oh, so nice. This will be interesting to see the older versions and the younger versions, just how good of a job casting did matching up the looks. I'm sure they'll do great.
I always like it as an acting exercise to see people de-age themselves. I guess 15 years is a long time. So that I think is going to be fun to watch. However, I feel so like torn between just this whole concept. And I don't know if it's because I'm about to get married and like this makes me like need to look at my life choices to see, did I pick the right guy? I think so. I waited long enough to get
You're
married.
Good.
Thank you, Hannah.
I'm pro fiance Billy.
Yay! I kind of like him, so.
But the one thing I was going to say is I don't think they're going to. My guess is they're not going to do different actors. They're going to age them up, and then they'll be their regular selves.
I think you're
for
right.
the 15 years later.
The bulk of the movie, I think, is going to be the blast to the past. So
yeah,
that would be I think that would be my guess too.
Yeah. Because also when you add 15 to like 22, you only get like mid-30s. So
truth.
They won't actually have to look that different.
That's true. They could put a few, if they wanted to, even though this is premature, they could put a few gray hairs in there.
Yeah.
That's
right.
all it needs.
Right. A couple more lines, but like
more like the costume change. Yeah, who are we kidding? It's just going to be a blazer, no blazer. Stilettos, flats, done.
Right. What it'll be is what was really popular to be wearing circa 2005, 2006. And then they'll just put them in that. And I cannot remember what clothing we wore 15 years ago. Because I've
never been in style a day in my life, so I can't tell you. But I love watching like my old like the teen romance comedies when we were like young and like in our 20s, and like I'm super old, so I see like Julia Stiles and I go, I want your spaghetti straps. Like in my wardrobe now. I didn't want to wear them then, but I want to wear them now.
I think if you think of like red carpets in like 05, 04, it would be like you're saying, it would be a cami lace blouse over a short sleeve shirt, a little bit of the midriff showing, denim bootcut jeans, and high heels. That would be the look.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I feel like that's what's gonna do some things. Is we're gonna get a lot of costume.
For sure.
That'd be fun. I like that.
That'll be fun.
That's getting old now. The early 2000s is old. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah. Every once in a while, you remember how long ago things were.
That's so true.
That is true. Well, we have 2 movies left, and maybe just enough time to cover them both. I think, whose turn is it? Is it your turn, Katie, to talk about South Beach Love?
I would love to talk about South Beach Love, even if it's not my turn, but I think you might be right. It is. So South Beach Love, we have, it comes from the New York Times bestselling author Caridad Pinheiro and Hallmark Publishing. And they bring you a story about rival quinceañeras, glorious Cuban cooking, friendship, family ties, and romance. It stars Taylor Cole and William Levy. And this is the one I'm the most excited about, because if there's something that I don't like, I love families about Hispanic family like shows. Like I'm Jane the Virgin, Beauty and the Baker. Like I just love watching that dynamic, and like having Taylor Cole, also, royalty. Who doesn't love Taylor Cole? But in a movie about like food and quinceañeras, like you have me. Like you really have me. I'm so excited about it. So excited. And now I need to read the book.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it being about quinceañeras. That's awesome. I may have to put up my favorite meme just for fun when this airs, because it's about quinceañeras. But this is probably number 2 in terms of what I'm most excited about.
I love this storyline. Something different. Does it sound like a Fall Harvest movie? No, it does not. But I'm okay with it because it sounds great. Nothing says fall like South Beach.
I know. A place where they have no seasons.
At this rate, though, I feel like it stays really, really warm through the end of October anyway, and then we get Christmas. So we have that. So we might still be feeling those summer vibes on October 9th.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're right. I mean, it is nice and warm and toasty all year long. And I do love something different. Quinceañeras, I mean, show us more Hispanic culture on Hallmark Channel, because there is so much culture there, and it's so interesting. There's so much stuff they could work with. So I hope this lives up to the expectations.
Yeah.
I hope it's a spicy romance.
Ooh, spicy. Very good. Well, last we have Flirting with Romance. Will this stay the title forever? Who knows? But for now, it's called Flirting with Romance. Aaron Westbrook and Brooke Starnell star in this one, and this is airing on October 16th. So the last one, I think, before Christmas movies start. So hopefully it is super fall-ish, autumn-ish. Not autumn research, just autumn-ish. When a love advice author crosses paths with a dating columnist, an attraction begins to blossom into more. As both use strategies from their own playbooks to win over the other, is it possible that they both met their match?
I'm intrigued by this one, mostly because it feels like possibly we're not getting two people trying to prove to the other one that their way is wrong. I'm hopeful that it's like it's a positive spin on that.
Yeah.
I instantly recognized Brooke Starnell. What has he been in? Because I'm like, I know that name. I feel like I've heard it multiple times.
I looked this up too, and I was like, oh yeah, of course.
A Christmas Miracle with one of the Maori sisters.
Yes. I was like, I watched that and I was like, I know that name. Thank you. Okay, it's the Christmas one.
And also, I don't know if this was, yes. He was the guy in A Winter Getaway. Remember that woman? He's like mistaken as a millionaire, and she had to do the, it was a Winterfest movie, or what did they call it? New Year, new movie, whatever they tried to call it this year.
Whatever they did. But it was.
He was a luxury trip person for this hotel, and she thought he was a millionaire, and he was real cute.
Yeah, he's quite cute.
Okay, that's exciting. So he's closing out the fall season, and I do like that one you mentioned. Another great storyline. I'm sure he'll do a great job in this. I was like, I've never seen him, so thanks for the reminder. Everyone should go watch those before this movie airs.
Yeah,
so that's perfect. So you can get your New Year's movie, then your Christmas movie, then your fall movie. You're just like reversing in your seasons.
There you go. Go one way and then go back the other way.
Yeah,
do a loop.
The top of the I don't know, ship. That ride that you can ride at fairs that like swings.
Oh, the sea serpent. And there's a lot of iterations of it. Yeah. Do that thing. I'm excited about this movie because it reminds me of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, but for both ways, I want them to see the tactics about like getting each other, and if they work, and if they were like, it's just my heart and all of my tactics are done, or everything I said was correct. We're the best together. I'm hoping that that's the case.
I'm sure it'll be great. This is about to end this meeting. I don't know how many seconds we have left. We'll close off really quickly. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so fun as always, and I can't wait to watch all these movies and talk about them with you. We'll tweet together. We'll see what our thoughts are. Thank you all for joining and listening to the preview episode of the Fall Harvest lineup of movies for Hallmark Channel. Which one are you most excited for? I want to know. Go to my Instagram and comment which one you are most looking forward to. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, iTunes if you want. That would be cool. And thank you so much for listening to Hallmark Happenings.